Hey folks, this is Kalani. The patch 915 release date has finally been announced, but if you were hoping to jump straight into the Mage Tower or Legion Mythic Plus dungeons, you're going to be disappointed. There will be no Legion Timewalking on patch day, which is a bit of a strange choice, so let's talk about it. We're going to go over 915's release date, what you can expect on patch day, and when you'll actually be able to play through the Legion Timewalking content. Let's start with the release date. Patch 915 will go live on November 2nd. That means we only have one more week to wait after the next reset day. If you're curious about what's coming in patch 915, we can go over the main points real quick. The AoE cap has been removed or lessened for all classes and specs. You'll be able to freely swap your Covenant without any restriction after you get to renown level 80. Conduit energy has been completely removed. The Corsair rep grinds have been made easier and faster with fewer daily lockouts. There are new Threads of Fate leveling options, including leveling through Torghast. The weekly limits on earning Torghast currencies have been removed, so you can endlessly farm Soul Ash and Soul Cinders. There will be a few class balancing changes. There's a new vendor in Oribos with catch-up items for renown gear and heirloom upgrades. Heirlooms can now scale up to level 60, so you can use them while leveling in Shadowlands. There are new character customization options and various quality of life updates for older content, such as the Mechagon meta achievement being made much easier, and Taurus, the Tomb of Sargeras, Nighthold, and Trial of Valor raids have all received various nerfs. Legacy loot is now turned on for BFA content. You can solo queue into island expeditions and queue into warfronts with just 5 people. So lots of changes to old stuff, and then there's also the big change to how PvP gear scales at lower item levels. That covers pretty much all of the main points and the main content coming in 915, but patch 915 also introduces the Legion Timewalking event, which has a few extra features to look forward to. You can return to the Mage Tower and challenge yourself with those same scenarios as many times as you want, and the Timewalking dungeons can be played in the same way as Mythic Plus dungeons, which make them significantly harder, give you a bit more progress to work through, and they give much better rewards when compared to standard Timewalking dungeons. Now, even though patch 9.1.5 will be releasing on November 2nd, Legion Timewalking actually won't be a part of that initial burst of changes. The first time Legion Timewalking will be available as a weekly event is December 7th, so while there are a variety of changes which should make the game more enjoyable or more accessible, if you're interested in the newish content coming in patch 915, you really only have that Legion Timewalking event to look forward to. Both the Legion Timewalking Mythic Plus and the Mage Tower are only available during Legion Timewalking events, so you'll have to wait another month after the release of patch 915 to jump into those specific features of the patch. That's going to be incredibly disappointing for a lot of players, especially considering the event is only available for 2 weeks in December and then won't be active for another 18 weeks after that. With the way that the Timewalking events currently work on the calendar and with their 18-week rotation right now, you will actually only ever see Legion Timewalking twice per year. It still kind of boggles my mind a bit that the feature a lot of players are most excited about for this patch not only arrives a month later than everything else, but it has such a strict time limit on when it can be played and enjoyed. If you take Legion Timewalking out of patch 915, it doesn't really give you anything new to do. It's just quality of life improvements. That would usually be fine with a 0.5 patch, but with the content cycle of Shadowlands being as slow as it is, I don't think this patch has enough to keep players interested and invested, let alone bring any players back. Now, there are some last minute changes to patch 915 you might not have heard of, so let's go through those as well. While we're on the topic of Timewalking, this patch will also shift around the available dungeons during different Timewalking events. For the Burning Crusade event, the Arcatraz, the Black Morass, and the Slave Pens have all been removed as Timewalking dungeon options, so you won't see these dungeons whenever the Burning Crusade event comes around again. However, you will start to see the Blood Furnace, the Botanica, and the Underbog dungeons. Those 3 have been added into the mix. I think these are some pretty good trades, personally. For the Wrath of the Lich King event, and Kahet, the Pit of Saron, and the Utgard Pinnacle have all been removed. Did you just hear that collective sigh of relief when I said Pit of Saron has been removed? I guess players weren't really enjoying that one in particular. And then Asjol Narub, the Forge of Souls, and Utgard Keep were all added into the rotation. I'm excited to see how players deal with the Forge of Souls in Timewalking. I think it's a better dungeon when compared to the Pit of Saron, but it's not going to be a fun ride if you've never been in there before. For the Cataclysm event, Grim Batol has been removed. I guess the dragons might have been too fun or too annoying for some players, and then Blackrock Caverns dungeon has been added. That's another one that's going to be interested in Timewalking. Good old Cata dungeons. For the Mists of Pandaria event, the Siege of Nizau has been removed and the Sholomance dungeon has been added. That's a pretty cool trade too. I'm very much looking forward to seeing Sholomance again. And then for the Warlords of Draenor event, the Iron Docks has been removed and the Grimrail Depot has been added in. I wonder if the dev team literally just wanted to change things up with these dungeon trades, or if they thought the removed dungeons weren't enjoyable enough going forward. I'm glad they're adding in some interesting dungeons to the Timewalking events. Now, if only the Timewalking events themselves came around more often. Moving on, something you might not know about coming in patch 9.1.5 is a catch-up mechanic for follower experience in your mission tables. In a previous build, these items were kind of ridiculous. They cost 10,000 anima and will provide you with 5,000 experience to a follower of your choice. That is an incredibly low amount of experience for the anima cost, but in the most recent build, these items were changed. They still cost 10,000 anima, which is still far too expensive in my opinion, but instead of granting a flat 5k experience to a follower, they now instantly level up any follower to level 30. This is going to be both more useful and less useful at the same time. Obviously, for anyone with followers below level 30, these items provide a massive experience boost. Level 1 to 30 is about 40,000 experience, so it's significantly better value in that regard. This should also make it much easier to get followers up to speed if you swap covenants in patch 9.1.5, but the trade-off is that these items are now useless for trying to level up your followers past level 30, which tends to be the more problematic section of the mission board. With mission boards being a largely ignored part of the game right now, I don't expect these items to cause much of a stir, but if you like followers and want to level them up a bit faster in 9.1.5 and you're going to swap covenants and do all of the mission boards and whatever else, these items might be of interest to you. Another interesting item that was revealed this week is a future cash shop service. Ever since the character transfer option was introduced way back when, players have been asking for a way to transfer their horde of characters in a cheaper bulk transfer option. Well, that might actually become a thing sometime soon. A recent blue post said, "Yes, I can confirm that we intend to offer bundles of realm-to-realm character transfers for a discounted total price in a future update to World of Warcraft and the in-game shop. This new offering will allow players to select multiple characters that are on the same account and move them all to a destination realm in one purchase. We don't have the final sizes, pricing, and date these new bundles will become available just yet, but we'll let you know all of that as soon as possible." So, if you ever wanted to move your characters to a different server en masse without forking over your entire wallet, well, you'll still probably be forking over most of your wallet, let's be honest, but apparently it's going to be a bit cheaper if you do it in bulk. I think server transfers costing as much as they do is still quite disappointing, especially when there are so many servers with dwindling populations that you probably don't want to stay on. But if a server transfer bundle is something that interests you, keep an eye out for more information in the near future. And that's it for this video. What do you think of patch 9.1.5? Is there anything you're super excited for? Or is this patch a bit too small to get you hyped up? What do you think of Legion Timewalking not being available until more than a month after 9.1.5's patch day? Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. A big thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and to everyone who's subscribed on Twitch. You can see their names floating by on screen. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss another video. Thanks for watching, folks. Good luck and have fun, and as always, I will see you next time.